All right, I think we are live. Hello, everyone in the Mompreneur Club. I just want to say welcome. There is a ton of new people who've joined the Mompreneur Club since the last time I've been on live, since I've even been on last week hosting a spotlight from B2SO. So I want to introduce myself to you guys. My name's Natalie Sorensen.
Hi.
Oh, whoa.
Hello, everyone in the Mompreneur Club. I just want to say
have it up on my Facebook.
There is a ton of new people who've joined.
1 second. Sorry about that. So we are so glad you're here. My name is Natalie Sorensen. I'm a success coach and brand mentor, and my signature program is called Born to Stand Out, where I help female entrepreneurs and visionaries really create their own personal brand and really show up in the world authentically themselves, who they want to be, serving the people that they want to. Many of this last round of B2SO 2.0 have become amazing coaches in all different specific niches with different stories and backgrounds, and they're using that to serve other women, which I really feel like is our highest calling here on earth, is just to help others. And the way that I describe coaching is maybe a little bit different. And people always say to me, well, I don't think I'm qualified, or I'm not enough to become a coach. And I'm like, yeah, absolutely you are, because you've crossed over a bridge at some point in your life. You've crossed that and you've looked back and said, oh my gosh, there's other people like me who are over here who want to be right here. And if you decide to coach, mentor, whatever you want to call it, all you're doing is looking back across the bridge, you're walking back across, caring enough about other human beings in this world to grab their hand and take them with you. And many of my clients are being heavily compensated for that, and their clients are happily paying it. And so I'm excited today to have one of the, I guess, amazing graduates from B2SO 2.0, but a client of mine that I've worked with even before B2SO since becoming a success coach. And so it's exciting to get to have her on, and you guys get to hear about her transformation and her journey of how far she's come as an entrepreneur, as a mompreneur, leading a legacy life for her kids that are always looking up to her. And I always say your kids will do what you do, not what you tell them to do. And Ruthie's a great example of every single day incorporating them into what she's doing in her business and really setting an amazing example. So I just have some questions for her. I'm going to let her introduce herself and share her story, but I am excited to introduce to you guys all Ruthie Kina. She's a lifestyle coach and fellow bombshell. So I think there's a lot of women out there who are like, I want to be a bombshell, babe. And that's what you're doing. You're helping people make that transformation, that confidence from within, the confidence from, to the outside, and really stepping into the life that people really truly want to live instead of dreaming in secret, right?
Yeah.
So first off, I want to know what made you decide to be a part of B2SO, and then we'll get into your story.
Okay. Oh my gosh. So I'm so excited to be here. So I've always had this thing. I've always known, look, I'm going to write a book. Like, my story, my life has been, I've lived a lot of life. I'm going to be 30 in like a month and a half. And I've lived a lot of life through my 20s. And so when I saw Born to Stand Out, it was almost this unique way for me to be able to begin to share that story and to kind of maybe write the next chapter of the book. And so like Natalie said, I've worked with Natalie 3 times. I worked with her in private one-on-one coaching. I'm currently in a mastermind goal-setting group with her, and I just graduated from Born to Stand Out. So I can tell you, I know the power of coaching. And I remember the first time that I invested with Natalie, we had our weekly call on Wednesdays, and I craved Wednesdays. Wednesdays were the best day of the week, every single week. I felt brave. I felt beautiful. And I always conquered my day. And so for me, Born to Stand Out was this unique way of being on the other side of that, of being the girl who empowered somebody, who helped them feel brave and beautiful. And so that was kind of what attracted to me. It was just a way to share my soul and share my the things I've been through that have been hard, the things that I've been through that have been amazing, and to help other girls go through that same journey.
That's super awesome. So what was your favorite part about the program? This time it lasted over 4 months.
Yeah.
It seemed like I kept squeezing other things in just because I wanted to and I didn't want it to end. But what were some of your favorite things about the program?
So, I think that everybody's got to mention the live event. I mean, I just want to say there's so much power when women come together like that. But one thing that really, really stood out to me was finding my ideal client. That was a really incredible journey that I went on. And I think why? It was because the more and more I described the girl I wanted to work with, the more I realized, like, that's me. Like, that was the old me. And I really began to like light up because I'm like, I know this girl like the back of my hand, and I could describe her. I can tell you how she feels. And it just lit me up because it was realizing that I used to be this girl and that the change is possible. That was by far probably the most profound, just even inward experience for myself too. I'm just discovering, who I used to be, and then realizing like, oh yeah, I used to do that. So that, it really, really, really stood out to me.
So one thing that I think people think all the time is that change and evolving into having the business or life that they really want is going to take an extremely long time. And I think you're the living example. Whatever you want to make happen in whatever amount of time you want to make happen possible, I want you to share like some of your success and some of your transformation that you made in a really short period of time that brought you to where you are today. And let me just note by saying none of us have arrived ever to the point. This girl right here is so hard on herself and wants to be so, always growing and always challenging herself. So she's like, but I want to get here, but I want to get here. And I'm like, that's where we all are, right? We all want to be better moms. We all want to be further along in our fitness and our health and our wellness and just everything possible. But we are all on a journey together. But you've made an amazing transformation in a really short period of time. So I want you to share that with everyone.
Yeah. So just to touch on that. So I saw a Matthew McConaughey. It was one of his old award speeches when he won an award. He said he was always chasing the person he was 10 years from that moment. And that really resonated with me because I was like, I'm really good right now, but I'm like going to be really good in 10 years. Mm-hmm. I remember Natalie's going to be like, oh my God. But I remember when I first hired Natalie, this is probably hard to believe, but I had short black hair. I was 40 pounds heavier than I am today. And completely broke. I wouldn't check my mailbox because I knew I couldn't pay the bill that was sitting in there waiting for me. There was a point in time that my mailman actually had to bring the mail from my box to my front door and hand it to me because it was so full. Mm-hmm. And it was like, I remember in that moment, I took the mail and I was like so embarrassed. I was so upset, and I put it on the counter and I poured a glass of wine. And that was like my motto. That was my, vice of just getting away from the stress and my reality of where I was. And when I hired Natalie the first time, it was like, I just wanted to make more money. And if she could help me make $1 more, it was worth it. And what I realized was the person that I wanted to become, this huge dream life that I had of Miami and Range Rovers and all these things that I wanted, the long blonde hair extensions, the things that I wanted, I had to change. The person that I had a business, but it was non-existent. I wasn't taking action. I was not confident enough to put myself out there to do anything. Mm-hmm. And so for me, it was this struggle of like, something's got to change about me. So, I mean, today I sit here and I like to say this. So I was on the chicken nugget diet, whatever my kids would eat, and I was shopping at Plato's Closet. And today, I can't even believe it, but it's superfood protein shakes and Chanel. And it's what I just decided one day that mediocrity was not for me, that I no longer had it in me to be ordinary. that I was going to do whatever it takes and work harder in my business, but I needed the confidence from nutrition and feeling beautiful and self-love and to end the love-hate relationship with the mirror. But those things had to change, you know, for me to be able to stop buying CoverGirl makeup and to start shopping at Sephora, to stop eating frozen pizzas with my kids and to actually cook a meal and serve my children foods that, you know, served their bodies and honored their bodies because we respected ourselves enough to do that. And so it's just been a huge change, life shift of what's acceptable for me. I think one of the most profound things I can say is that if you were to imagine just this dream life that you couldn't, you know, no money limitations, no time freedom limitations, and you think about those as a new standard for your living. So if the girl that lives that life, you know, wakes up at 5 a.m., that's got to be a new standard for me as well. If the girl that lives that amazing life, you know, is concerned about the foods that she puts in her body and is focused on nutrition and does, you know, a fitness routine, you've got to become that too. That's got to be a new standard for you. And you can't settle for less because you told me this is the dream life. This is what you want. So why would you settle for anything less than that?
I think it's so amazing and it's so powerful to see how your money story morphed all through mindset of you deciding what you wanted because you knew what you wanted. The vision board was there. It was so easy for you to tell me the life that you wanted to live and what you were so sick of living. And you didn't, I don't think at the moment you realized how much it was just the way that you were viewing your life. And it was this pattern that you'd kind of been stuck in. Maybe it had been modeled to you. So many times it is, you know, we're in the pattern of how our parents were, our surroundings, huge, you've up-leveled huge, the associations that you have and the people that you spend time around. And I just know that that's what you're going to do for so many of your clients is help them cast that vision for their life, then start on that transformation and then hold them massively accountable. Because that's one thing that I know that I did for you that made a big difference was, and I was no health coach or, you know, creating workout plans for Ruthie. She figured that out on her own. But the one thing that she did tell me every single week is, here's where I was, here's where I said I would be, and here's where I ended up. It wasn't always that you had hit it, but you were like, I'm on it. I already know I gotta do better this next week. And I still see you do that. It's not that you've perfected life. You don't always do it exactly perfect, but you're so consistent and you keep showing up with that same attitude to make those transformations over and over again. So I just want you to share with people what your business looks like now, what being a total bombshell is all about, and how, like, what you've created to actually help people through their transformation of finding their inner self and really what they want and bringing that out and kind of stepping into that life that they truly want to live.
So food, I am a total foodie. Food has been, and like you said, food is a constant choice. You have to choose food every single day. So it's a struggle, and I'm not always the best, but food is, so the number one thing for me that I realized that really helped me find worth was the food that I was willing to eat. And the food that I ate really was a direct reflection of my current reality with my weight and how I felt with myself and the love-hate relationship that I had with the mirror. The mean girl self-talk that when you look in the mirror, what do you say to yourself? So this really kind of was where my journey began. So over the last year, I went to culinary school. I am also a certified nutritionist. So going through this, food is going to be a big part of this journey. I think that the girl who wants to work with me definitely wants to feel beautiful, to find the confidence to put herself out there in the world, because there's this power of what you tell yourself every day and how you feel. And I'm not perfect. Like, I like to say I'm the skinny rich girl, but I have curves and I'm like a Khloe Kardashian body over here. Like, and I'm owning it and I love it. And I look at my body today and I'm like, you are hot, you know? And so it's like this freeing, because I used to look at it and just be like, I hate you. And like, why? But it was a direct reflection of my actions and what I, thought was possible. So a huge part of my program today is finding that new mindset and self-love and confidence. And so it comes with, working with me comes with nutrition. I write plan for you nutrition plans. And I think the other piece of it is just this mindset of the girl who wants it all delivered, right? You dream big. You have huge dreams. You want to be a successful entrepreneur, but that foundation of being confident to take action is what's holding you back. And I, a year and a half ago, I wanted this business. I was like sold this dream of, oh, you can run an online business, but the girl who needed to take the action and do the work wasn't there. But I wanted to shop at Chanel. I wanted to go buy clothes at BCBG. I was done, shopping at Plato's Closet, but it was the confidence from food and my weight loss and just holding myself at a really high value that allowed me to finally take action, to finally do it and put myself out there and make more money. So today I run 2 businesses. I'm a lifestyle coach, and I help girls who want 2 things: a bombshell body and more money in the bank. And I also run, on the side, I'm a certified nutritionist. So I do have clients there that I write nutrition programs for, but food is the foundation of it all. For me, food's really saved my life. It has completely been what's transformed me. And, I like to say I'm the girl that used to I shopped at normal grocery stores. I bought the processed foods, and today I shop at Whole Foods. And, I'm really picky about, I don't just drink a protein shake, because there is such a thing as a processed protein shake. Foods that are mixed with hydrogen gas that, you put into your body, and it's sold as healthy, but it's not. And so I'm the girl that reads the nutrition label. I know what's in the products I take. And I expect that that's a standard for myself. And so, so my program is all about just setting that high standard of whatever your dreams are. And then we'll work towards through the food and the confidence and just holding yourself to those standards. And in turn, the confidence that you get, you'll make more money.
Yeah. I think it's so amazing. And I know so many people will connect with what you're saying, because I really can't think of anybody who doesn't want the bombshell body and the bank account, right? So I'm not afraid to say that. My bombshell body is going to make a comeback, okay? Those of you guys who are new, I'm like 9 months pregnant. So it is definitely a body, and a curvy one. But we have a little bundle of joy coming. So I know that you have different ways that they can connect with you and how they can get to know more about what you're doing and what you're serving. So I want to make sure that if anybody's resonated with anything that you've said, or like, this is super interesting, that they can connect with you somehow and learn more about this.
Yeah, so I'm on Facebook at Ruthie Kina, and then my personal, or that's my personal page, but then my business page online is B2SO Bombshell. And that is also my website, btotallybombshell.com. And then this Saturday, I'm so excited. I'm having a webinar live at 11 a.m. Central Time this Saturday. So we'll be posting the link with this video. And there's a page that you can go and just enter your email and get signed up, but you do not want to miss. I'm going to be talking about 14 things that rich people do that poor people do not. And these are 14 things that I used to do that I no longer do, and that I hold certain things at higher value today. So it's really just going to be 14 huge ways that if you're just even looking to start on this journey of transformation, that you want to get these things, because I promise you, everyone's doing at least one of them.
Awesome.
And then I'm going to have a special offer on there as well to work with me, and it's going to be a surprise bonus, so you do not want to miss.
I'm super excited. These are Ruthie's secrets that she's transformed, you know, her bank account, her body. I think it's super, super incredible. So I don't think you guys should miss it. If you want to learn more about how she's actually been able to do it. You know, some people are out there teaching something because they know how to do it, and then there's people who are teaching because they've been through it. And this is a bridge that I for sure know that Ruthie's crossed, and she's continuing to. She's not stopping, you guys. So you're massively inspiring to so many people, and I can't wait to see all the lives that you will impact and change through what you're doing. So thanks so much for joining. Before we jump off, I want you to tell everybody what you really feel is your biggest success yet. Just because I think that it's so inspiring, and I want to know what that is for you.
So let me share this story. So this is just real quick. So a couple months ago, I wanted to buy this is going to sound so silly to the world, but it's so meaningful to me. I wanted to buy a cake pan, and I remember looking, I wanted the Kate Spade cake pan, okay? But so I went to Walmart, I looked at Target. They had cute ones, and they were okay. But I really wanted this Kate Spade one. It was black, white, it was ceramic, and on the inside of it, it said, "Don't mind if I do." And it just like hit me so hard, because I was like, yeah, this is $37 more expensive than the one at Target, but I don't mind if I do. And it really, like, buying it, and now I put everything in it, because I'm like, I love this pan, but it really just kind of set the tone for, yeah, I'm worth it. And I think just the moment that you decide I'm worth it, and I am, like, I don't care what anybody else thinks, and you know, I'm worth the higher end thing, and I'm willing to work for it. That was just a really, really significant moment, to just be able to be like, yeah, I don't mind if I do. So just owning who you are unapologetically, and going after it. So,
I love that, Ruthie. I think that speaks so much to the world, because it's those little things that change in our daily life that make us feel successful, that make us feel that, like, we are living the life that we want. I shared some things with you guys in Dallas at our live event that were some little things that a lot of people would be like, Natalie, who cares, really? But it was my life. It was my story. It was my little bitty bite-sized chunks out of my dream that made a difference every single day, that kept me moving forward, that kept me doing the activity that I needed to. You know, to just always be successful and always moving up into the right, and failing and starting over again, failing and starting over again, all those little things. So I'm super excited for you. I'm so glad that you shared your story today. I know it will inspire so many, and I'll see you soon.
Awesome. Thanks, Natalie.
Bye-bye.
Bye.